Hi everyone, this is Kristen with the Tech Reviewer, looking to get a CASETiFY case for your new iPhone 15 Pro Max, but can't figure out which model to choose. So you got a lot of options this year. You've got the brand new Ultra Bounce case with 32.8 feet of drop protection and an integrated lens protector. And then you've also got the Bounce case. This one provides 21.3 feet of drop protection and is slightly slimmer and sleeker than last year's model. And then you've got the tried and true Impact case. This is one of CASETiFY's favorite case models, always a winner. And then you've got the brand new Impact ring stand case. So this one has an integrated stand. Lots to love here. In this review, we're going to be looking at all four of these models in depth so you can make the best choice for you. So looking at all four of these CASETiFY case models, you got your Ultra Bounce case, you got your Bounce case, you got your Impact, and you got your Impact ring stand. There's certain things that all four of them have in common. So one thing that they have in common is that they are made from recycled content. So CASETiFY has this program called ReCASETiFY, where you can turn in your old phone case and then get a discount off a new phone case. Then they use the old phone cases to make new phone cases out of them. So you got a very strong recycling commitment there. And then the second thing that these all have in common is that they are made with EcoShock. So EcoShock is their special magic material that runs around the perimeter of the case. The least protective of these cases is going to give you 6.6 feet of drop protection, and the most is going to give you 32.8 feet of drop protection. So these are really protective cases. And the third thing that all four of these have in common is that they are all MagSafe. So one of these, the Impact case, has an option to go with a non-MagSafe version, but all of the rest of these have MagSafe standard. And then they all also have a spot for a phone charm. So you can see here on this ring stand case, I got the phone charm here, so that's cool. All of these have a dedicated spot to attach a phone charm to, and of course, CASETiFY does sell phone charms. So you can get a variety of really cool phone charms from CASETiFY, and of course, you can get them from other places as well. So all of these cases are very nice, very protective choices for your iPhone. So first off, let's look at the Bounce family. So you got your Ultra Bounce and you've got your Bounce case. Not surprisingly, your Ultra Bounce is going to be a bit bigger than the Bounce. So it's going to be a little bit taller and it's a little bit wider, a little bit thicker, a little bit heavier. But of course, it's going to be more protective. So your Ultra Bounce is going to give you a very impressive 32.8 feet of drop protection. Super impressive. So it's also rated as 10x military grade. That means it's rated to survive 260 4-foot drops, which is just really crazy impressive. It is also the only one of CASETiFY's cases to have an integrated lens protector on it. And it's the only one of CASETiFY's cases to have an action button cover. So really interesting case here. It's a bit on the bulky side, but it does provide really excellent protection to your phone. And like the other Bounce case model, one of the defining features of this case are the bounce corners. So this has got Ultra Bounce corners because they're extra big. They flex upon impact, and that combined with the EcoShock that runs around the perimeter of the case, it's what's going to give you that 32.8 feet of drop protection. And then if you compare this to the Bounce case, so the Bounce case has got smaller bounce corners on it, but they do the same thing. They deform upon impact, giving you extra protection. So it's got that same EcoShock, etc. Sadly, it does not have an action button cover, but other than that, it's really quite similar to your Ultra Bounce case. So it's going to give you 21.3 feet of drop protection, which is still really, really impressive. It's just not as much as you're going to get with the Ultra Bounce. Putting your phone in the Bounce case, you're going to start on your left-hand side and then push on your right-hand corners. So once on, you've got a really great fit on here. There is a bit of give over your buttons and port openings, but not very much. Overall, I think we got a great fit on here. And you've got lots of protective lip around the screen. So I don't have a tempered glass screen protector on my 15 Pro Max because I haven't gotten around to putting one on there yet. But even if I had one on here, you would still have tons of lip. So all of that is really great. Then looking down here at our port openings, we've got asymmetrical port openings for an asymmetrical port design. None of your speaker holes are covered up, so all that's great. Then you've got those bounce corners here for extra protection. They also give you a nice amount of grip going up the sides. So the sides also have a pleasant amount of grip. This is a glossy TPU side, smooth underneath the fingertips, feels very nice. This case is still going to be able to slide easily in and out of pockets and handbags, although not quite as easily as one that doesn't have the bounce corners, because the bounce corners are going to catch a little bit. But other than that, all is well. And then going up here to our buttons, the buttons have a nice amount of click to them, quite responsive, although they do have a slit button design. So people don't like that often because it can let in dust or dirt. So you got to be aware of that. But other than that, they work really well. Sadly, no action button cover here, so you kind of have to reach inside to press the action button. I do wish they had put an action button cover on here. And then looking at the view from the top, everything looks great. Tons of lip to protect your screen. And you've got the bounce corners here at the top. Extra protection. And then going over here to the side, you got a spot here for your phone charm, so that's fun. And then a nice responsive side button, and then your recycling statement here at the bottom. Looking at the back of the case, this translucent blue color looks fantastic with my natural titanium iPhone, absolutely gorgeous. So this kind of glossy polycarbonate that we have here has the tendency to scratch and show fingerprints. Can't do a whole lot about fingerprints, but as far as scratching is concerned, the fact that we have a ridge here at the bottom and at the top are going to combine together with the camera rim area to keep the vast majority of the back of this case very slightly raised when the case is put on its back on a flat surface. And that is going to definitely help reduce your everyday scratching. It's not going to eliminate it, but it will definitely help reduce it. And it also gives you more grip on the back of the phone case because you have that little ridge here. Overall, I think it's really quite a good design. As far as protection for your rear camera, things are well protected here, so no problems there. And this case is going to, of course, work fine with regular Qi wireless charging as well as MagSafe charging. So no issues with Apple's MagSafe charger. That's all going to work great. We've got good strong magnets on here, just the same as on Apple's cases, so no problems there. And this is also going to work well with other MagSafe accessories. So CASETiFY has some MagSafe power banks. Those are fun. They look great with this case, and they're going to work really well. And then also CASETiFY has a whole series of snappy accessories. This is the snappy ring holder. I think this one's fun because you can twirl it, but of course you can also use this as just a regular ring holder, and obviously it's going to fold flat, so that's nice. And again, nice strong magnets holding that in place. Removing this case from your phone is not difficult. You're going to want to start in your top right hand corner, push that off, go down to your bottom right hand corner, push that off, and then pull out your phone. So comparing the Bounce with the new Ultra Bounce case model. So the Ultra Bounce is obviously going to be more protective. It's got that 32.8 feet of drop protection and the integrated camera protector. It also has a different feel in comparison with the Bounce. So the sides of the case on the Bounce case are that kind of a TPU grip that I was describing. So they are glossy and they have a little bit of grip to them just because of the way glossy TPU feels. So very slightly tacky feeling, versus you've got a dry textured feel here with the sides of the Ultra Bounce case. So definitely feels different. I think it is a bit grippier, and I think that that's what CASETiFY was going for. But if you're a big fan of the classic TPU grip that you have on the sides of CASETiFY cases, you might be a little bit surprised with the way the Ultra Bounce feels. So checking out the Ultra Bounce on my phone. Putting this one in place. This one's going to be a little tighter to get on as compared to the Bounce. But once on, you've got a really, really tight fit. So you have basically zero give anywhere. It's definitely a little bit tighter than the Bounce. And as far as the amount of lip is concerned, you've got a nice amount of protective lip on here. Everything looks good. You've got those larger protective corners on here, Ultra Bounce corners, as opposed to just regular Bounce corners. Slightly rougher feeling sides. Overall, I think everything looks good. One thing which you will notice is that one of your speaker holes is covered up here. So that's not true with the Bounce, but it is true with the Ultra Bounce. However, I haven't noticed any issue with the audio quality as a result. So other than that, your port openings look fine. You shouldn't have any issue with fitting most USB-C cables here. And then you got those big Ultra Bounce corners here on the bottom. Then slightly rough sides. Definitely give you grip. Same issue here with the slip button design for the buttons, but they're quite responsive. And my goodness, I'm so happy to see we have an action button cover. Really works well, very nice, very responsive. Looking at the view from the top, everything looks good. Plenty of lip to protect your screen. And then going here to the side, you've got a spot here for a phone charm. You've got your side button, and then you've got your recycling statement. Looking at the back of the case, I'm loving the look of this print design on here. Everything looks fantastic. So this is one of the almost 1,000 print designs that you can choose from in CASETiFY's vast print library. So there's really something for everybody there. You got all kinds of collaborations with different artists and brands. You've also just got really cool graphic designs like this one. You've got animals, you've got butterflies, you've really got everything. So if you are into prints, you're really going to have a fun time choosing a CASETiFY case. So other than that, I think prints are helpful because they reduce the appearance of fingerprints and scratching, because even if there are fingerprints on here, you're just going to notice them a whole lot less because your eyes are going to be drawn to that cool print design. And then overall, in terms of scratching, I think just like with the regular Bounce case, you're going to have less scratching on this one because you've got a raised rim at the bottom and the top, and combined with the raised area around your camera opening, the majority of the back of this case is going to be very slightly raised above a flat surface when it's put on its back, and so that is going to reduce everyday scratching. So all of that is good. So speaking of our camera area, you have an integrated lens protector on here. So this is going to give excellent protection for your phone's camera. And as far as whether it affects photo quality, I think as long as you keep it extremely clean, you're going to have no problem. However, you do have to be careful to keep it clean because if it gets dirty, then dirty lens cover means dirty pictures. So definitely want to avoid that. And as far as your wireless charging is concerned, everything is going to work fine with regular Qi wireless charging. And of course, this is a MagSafe case, so no problems with MagSafe charging. Everything works well. And this, of course, is going to work well with all kinds of cool MagSafe accessories. So this is another one of CASETiFY's MagSafe accessories. This one is a cool little stand. Overall, really cool case here from CASETiFY. Removing the Ultra Bounce case from your phone is not difficult. You want to start at the bottom, push off one bottom corner, and then go to the other bottom corner and push that off, and then pull out your phone. It's a little harder than with the Bounce case and the others, just because you can't go from the top and push out your phone through the camera opening because of that integrated lens protector. Moving on to CASETiFY's Impact Case family, you've got the original Impact Case, and then you've got the Impact Ring Stand. So these two cases are going to be the same size, so they're going to be the same height, they are the same thickness and the same width. Where they differ is in your camera protection. So you've got a much higher camera rim here on your Impact Ring Stand than on your regular Impact Case. And I think you have a very, very slightly heavier case as a result because this is a metal ring stand that goes around here. And so, of course, it's going to give the case just a little bit more weight, but it's really not noticeable. So this one is nice. It folds outward, and it's a screw-free design, which gives it extra flexibility and strength. So this can go from 0 to 150 degrees. So you can really position this however you want. So it's a great little ring stand, very, very useful to have on your phone case. And then, of course, when it's closed, it's going to give your rear camera greater protection. So really interesting case design. As far as protection is concerned, this one is going to give you less protection than the original Impact Case. I'm not really quite sure why, but the Impact Ring Stand is rated for a 6.6 foot drop protection, and the Impact Case is rated for an 8.2 foot drop protection. So putting your phone in the Impact Ring Stand case, So this is going to be easier to put on than with the Bounce family of cases. They're not hard, but this one is just easier, and you do have a looser fit, so you can definitely peel away the sides of the case in the area around your buttons relatively easily. Your port openings also, so this one is not quite as sturdy feeling of a case, but of course it is slimmer. Gives you a nice amount of lip to protect your screen. Looking down here at our port openings, you've got asymmetrical port openings for the asymmetrical port design, so all of that is great. Shouldn't have any issue with USB-C cables fitting in here either. And they're going around to the sides, so we don't have any bounce corners on this. Just nice smooth corners. Nice amount of grip going up the sides. We've got this kind of a glossy TPU grip on here. You can also see little specks on here, by the way. This is from the recycled phone cases that are used in the production of this case, so all of that's great. And then going up here to our buttons, slit button design, but they are very responsive. And then looking here at our action button area, sadly, it is just a cutout. We do not have an action button cover, but it's relatively shallow and not too hard to press. Looking at the view from the top, everything looks fine here. And then going over here to the side button is nice and responsive. We got a spot here for a phone charm and then a recycling statement down here at the bottom. And then looking at the back of the case, loving the look of this print design. I think everything looks super cool here. There are so many great options to choose from with CASETiFY's prints. So you got the same little ridge here at the bottom and the top, and that combined with this nice high camera rim is going to help keep the majority of the back of this case very slightly raised above a flat surface, and that's going to help reduce everyday scratching. I also don't think that scratching is going to be as noticeable when you have a print design on here. Same goes for fingerprints, although fingerprints and scratching are always going to be an issue with this kind of a polycarbonate case. And then looking at our rear camera protection, you got tons of protection here. Everything looks good there. And then, of course, you can fold this out into a stand. So you have a wide variety of angles that you can go with here. This is extremely useful for whatever it is you want to be doing, watching videos or whatever. So really cool options here. You can even put this in a portrait stand as well. So I think that this is an extremely nice feature. It folds flat when not in use. You've got a nice little magnet closure there. Overall, just a really nice case. And of course, regular Qi wireless charging is going to work fine. MagSafe charging is going to work fine. Absolutely no problems there. Removing this case from your phone is very easy. Just push off your top corner and then go down to your bottom right-hand corner and then pull out your phone. And then checking out one more of the Impact ring stand cases here in a custom text version. So there's so many cool custom text options this year with CASETiFY's improved customization tool. You can really make those cases your own. So I'm loving the way this one looks with my phone charm. So this one has one of CASETiFY's phone charms attached to it. So as I mentioned before, all of these CASETiFY models have a dedicated spot for a phone charm. So that is really fun. So if you are into phone charms, definitely check those out on CASETiFY's website, because they have a whole lot of really cool options to choose from. And if you're not into phone charms, then obviously this is completely optional. And then moving on to CASETiFY's Impact Case, always one of my favorite cases. So this model has been around for quite a while. This year, of course, you have that dedicated phone charm spot. And then instead of a mute switch opening, you've got an opening for the action button. Sadly, of course, you do not have any kind of action button cover. So putting this one on the phone, not hard to get on. Once on, we got a very slightly tighter fit than with the Impact ring stand, although you still have more give here than you're going to have with the Bounce case family. But overall, just a little bit firmer. In terms of lip, got a nice amount of protective lip around the screen. Everything looks good there. And looking down here at our port openings, these are going to be just the same as the other cases we've looked at. Asymmetrical port openings for the asymmetrical port design, no issues with USB-C cables. Everything looks good. So going up the sides, this material here is the matte TPU. So this matte TPU is going to be different than the glossy TPU that we've looked at with the other cases. So here's the same impact case in a different color, this beautiful cotton candy color. So this one has got glossy TPU, and the glossy TPU is just going to be grippier, and this matte TPU is less grippy. It's also not the same kind of textured TPU that we have on the Ultra Bounce case. So the Ultra Bounce case has quite a grippy textured TPU. This is just going to be a smooth TPU. So there are 4 color options currently available for the impact case. One of them is this matte black sides and matte black back. That's what we have on this one. And so this one is going to be the least grippy, but you can also go for one which has got translucent black sides, which is going to be basically the same as this one. So this translucent black sides are going to give you more grip, and that's going to be with a clear back as opposed to matte black sides with a matte black back. So just a little bit of info there as far as the construction. So going up here to your buttons, so these are going to be the same slip button design that we saw before, no surprises there. Also, we have a cutout for the action button. And then looking at the view from the top here, nice amount of lip around the screen, nicely protective. And then going to the side, you've got the spot here for your phone charm. You've got a nicely responsive slip button design here for your side button. And then you've got your recycling statement. And then looking at the back of the case, got another of these really cool CASETiFY print designs on here. Everything looks just lovely. So with an all-over print like this, I don't think you're going to have as much of an issue with scratching and fingerprints. But even so, you do still have that very small ridge here at the bottom and the top. And combined with the rim that's around the camera, this is going to keep the majority of the back of this phone case very slightly raised above a flat surface, and that's going to help reduce everyday scratching. So I think everything looks really great here. We do still have sufficient protection for your rear camera, but it's not going to be nearly as much as you have with the ring stand version. But this is a very slim, lightweight case. It has a really nice feel to it. And I think it's going to do a great job in taking care of your phone. You've got 8.2 feet of drop protection, so nicely drop protective. And as far as wireless charging is concerned, this is going to work great with regular Qi wireless charging as well as MagSafe charging. No problems there. And you're also going to be able to use this with a variety of other MagSafe accessories, such as this one here from CASETiFY, which comes in a matching print design, which I think is really fun. So this is one of their stands. This is the snappy ring stand. So that's a really fun MagSafe accessory to add on. Removing this case from your phone is very easy. Start up in your top right-hand corner, push off, go down to your bottom right-hand corner, push that off, and then pull out your phone. So if you're curious how the impact case family and the bounce case family compare to each other in terms of size, so I've got the regular impact case here in the beautiful cotton candy color, and then that same cotton candy color here with the regular bounce case. So if you look at these two together, you'll see that the bounce case is noticeably taller as compared with your impact case. However, in terms of thickness and in terms of width, they're going to be the same as long as you're not considering those bounce corners. So the bounce corners are always going to stick out, but other than that, you're going to have the same width and you're going to have the same thickness. So you do have that difference in height, but that is pretty much it. And then if you want to compare on your impact ring stand case, that's going to be the same size as your regular impact case. You just have that bigger camera rim on the back. And then finally, if we look at our Ultra Bounce case, of course, that's going to be the biggest one because it's even bigger than your regular bounce case. Finally, it seems like CASETiFY has gone all in on phone case accessories this year. So not only do we have the lovely phone charm that they sent out to me, again, all of the CASETiFY cases this year have a dedicated spot for a phone charm, but then they also sent me out their utility crossbody lanyard. So if you're into lanyards, this is a really nice product. So it's made of recycled nylon and you have nice wide straps for comfort. This converts from being a wrist strap to a full-size lanyard, and it's going to be adjustable in lanyard mode from 40 to 55 inches in length. So definitely something to check out if you are into phone lanyards. So again, we've been looking at a variety of CASETiFY products for the iPhone 15 Pro Max. The most expensive of the cases that we looked at today is the Ultra Bounce, which is going to retail for $112. It's only available in a single color, which is the clear back with black sides that we looked at. But of course, there are almost 1,000 prints to choose from, and you can also go with custom text on this case as well. And then if you want to go down a little bit, both in protection as well as price, the CASETiFY Bounce case for the 15 Pro Max is going to run you $92. There are 3 colors currently available. There is a clear back with black sides. There is the lovely cotton candy color that we saw in this review. And then there is a translucent black back with black sides. There was a translucent blue version available, but it seems to be out of stock now, unfortunately. And of course, this case is going to be extremely customizable as well. And then if you want to look at the Impact family cases that we looked at today, the Impact ring stand is going to run you $82, and this one is only currently available in the black-sided clear-backed version you saw in this review. And then the CASETiFY Impact case is going to be $72. So this one is available in more colors. It comes in a clear with black sides, a sheer blue, a sheer cotton candy, and a version which is completely black. So that one's got matte black sides and a matte black back. The CASETiFY Impact case is the only one of the 4 which is available in a non-MagSafe version. So you can save a little bit more money if you go with the standard non-MagSafe version. All of the rest of these have MagSafe standard at the price mentioned. If you want to check out the phone charm you saw in this review, that one is called Good Vibes, and it's going to run you $42. And then there are many other versions available as well, which range between $42 and $58. And the 2-in-1 utility crossbody lanyard that we looked at today is going to run you $62, and it's available in the silver color shown in this review, as well as a black version. So these prices are relatively high, but you can save 15% on your CASETiFY purchase if you use the affiliate link, especially for my viewers, which is www.casetify.com/thetechreviewer. Many thanks to the kind folks at CASETiFY for sending me out these samples to review. If you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to answer them. And do consider subscribing because I've got a lot more tech accessory reviews coming up. Again, this is Kristen with The Tech Reviewer. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch my video, and have a wonderful day.